Back on the trail today. This time, I brought the longbow, as you can see, and hopefully we can run into those elk again. I was on my way here on the road, and some guy with a horse trailer ran off the side of the road. The pickup was still on the road, but the horse trailer was down off the road, and he was blocking the whole thing. There was me, 3 other hunters, and then another guy. One guy had a flatbed Ford, and he was pulling him out. And we just stacked logs and stuff under the tires and just slowly built it up till it was on the road. But it took up some time, so I'm not really going to sit here and chit-chat very much. We're going to go back to where I had the run-in with the elk before. So hopefully we can get in close. Should be fun anyway. So as you can see, the cattle have moved into here. That's okay, we cross the fence up here anyway. I just see steaks, man. I just see, you're a ribeye, you're a ribeye, you're a ribeye, you're New York, you're a ribeye, hamburger, ribeye. Let's go get some real meat, some elk meat. That's what I'm after. So with these elk, I'm not gonna be super aggressive with them. I'm just gonna try and get in with them. I'm gonna be doing a lot of cow calling, so instead of screaming at them like come fight, I'm just gonna be sweet talking them like a fine lady. And we'll see if one of those bulls wants to round up another cow. That cow being me. We're still pretty early in the season. It was pretty hot today, and so I don't think they're gonna be all that aggressive. So if I just cow call and sweet talk my way into the herd, I can maybe get on a bull. So that's the plan anyway. All right, so earlier this morning, they came from up in here in these trees. They crossed this meadow. They went into these patch of trees, and then they crossed and went up that way. So I think I'm gonna cross, just go to their last known location. I know they won't be there, but I might bugle there. I'll keep cow calling, and we'll see if we can get someone to answer back or come check us out. It got into the 90s today, so I don't see these elk moving around all that much. They're probably bedding down, trying to keep cool. So hopefully they're not too far away from us. Another reason I don't want to bugle as much is because I passed a couple pickups on the way here. So I know there's people out hunting. Nobody was parked where I was at, so I think I'm alone out here. But I don't want to call anybody in, and I don't want them answering me. So I might let out a bugle right up here. We'll see if anything answers, and we'll go from there. But for now, I'm just going to keep cow calling. This right where they crossed. They ran right here. All right, I got to show you something right here close real quick. How in the world does that happen? Look at that. Does that make any sort of sense? It's like somebody lifted that rock and put it on that other one. Oh, check this out. Quartz or something. That's going to the collection. I got too many rocks. All right, let's keep going. I thought maybe I'd see some tracks or something, but it's all just grass. Which is probably why they like it right here, is because of the green grass. Everywhere else is dry. This is a nice spot right here. I think I'll let one rip right here, just to see if we can get something to chase. Sun's getting low, so we don't got much time left. Yeah, nothing. I think it's still just too early in the season for them to be talking. I think I just happened upon them this morning. They're not really wanting to play yet. We still have a half hour before sunset, so we'll just kind of hang out. We'll scout around a little bit. If we see something, cool. If we hear something, cool. But it's pretty quiet in here. Imagine jumping a grizzly out of these willows. Surprising a grizzly, that's usually not a good idea. I'd just pepper spray the crap out of her. I guess I could stick her with the longbow. When old Jedediah Smith was in, I think it was California. I could be wrong on that, but when he was in California, then they killed a grizzly. And when they were skinning it out, they found a arrow point from an Indian still in it, and it was like still living, going crazy. They're huge animals, man. You gotta respect them. I mean, you always gotta keep your eye out for them, especially here. Jedediah Smith actually got tangled up with a grizzly, and it like tore his face off, and he had to have one of his buddies sew his face back on. This one guy was holding his ear. Just his ear was separated from his face, and he was like, "Nope, you're putting that ear back on." And the guy was like, "I can't do that." And he made him do it. And he like coached him through it. He's like, "Okay, you're gonna want to sew here. You're gonna want to do this." That was a tough bunch of men, I'll tell you what. This is some pretty cool country though. I like it a lot. I might sound off one last bugle, just as a last ditch effort. The sun sets in about 10 minutes, and one more for good measure. We're still too early, I think. When they're not bugling, they're just not bugling, so I don't know. We'll come back here maybe Monday, maybe Tuesday, next week sometime. It's supposed to be hot the next couple days, and then it actually drops off and we get a high of like 70. So if nothing else, that should get the elk a talking. So, well, if I don't see anything on the way back, I guess this is so long and goodbye. I have returned in the afternoon to find nothing more than cattle. I sounded my bugle, but the reply from the forest was silence. I believe it is still far too early in the season to try and call for elk. I only saw the elk of this morning out of luck. I will return to this beautiful creek in 1 week's time. Perhaps then the elk will play.